Ah, yes, the icon, the one and only gangster, as formerly known as Reckless's brother. And today we're going to be getting into his complete life story. So, in other words, let's begin. And also, I am back from my break, so I don't need to worry about too much. Like, at all. Okay, enough yapping. He was born in 1996. Nothing too special. Gangster is a well-known troublemaker by his school principal, and his mother wasn't too happy or too fond about this when she actually found out. But in other words, is that his father wasn't also happy is because he keeps getting expelled and they don't have the proper funds and money. So they just gave up on him and trying to give him a good education because he doesn't apparently want education. He only wants for his best for his family. And what they want from him was something that he wants to help out with, which was the incidences that followed up to him. He later became a no schooler. He had zero scholarships. And boy, let me tell you, he's a real fun guy, right? In 1999, his brother, Reckless, was later born. And he actually loved his little brother despite having cuts on him. His parents would always keep him bandaged. Another good year for Gangster when he was about age 16. He actually got a job as a car mechanic. How fun, right? Well, that's only his start off career. He wanted to do some big and better things, like such as help out people or drive a tow truck he always wanted. But when his boss later promoted him to that, he got more of a paycheck for him and his brother to live off of, despite having no education whatsoever. Luckily, though, his boss was a real generous guy after his parents had perished about 2 months later after Reckless's birthday at the age of 16 when it was Gangster's birthday. After he found a job that could support him and his brother, he later discovered that family is only he had left. He would love Reckless to the fullest. Whoever picks on him or any of that, Gangster would not have a fun time. After he perished in a run over incident, his boss couldn't believe he lost a fellow worker. By the time Reckless was in middle school, he heard about the news about his brother perishing in a wreck. But he wanted it to see him again, so the master of cheating death decided to visit here and there. But Gangster wasn't done yet. Oh no. That's because he was a phoenix, and he doesn't want to step down from his position. So, unfortunately, back in his human lifetime, yes, he was covered in oil, but he was also doing a cosplay. But after his run over crash, he became a phoenix. And he later became a bounty hunter so that way he could hunt down souls. And he didn't like it one bit. Nemroth saw how much of a terrible job he was doing. He was later let go and placed in the overworld to actually torment for those he had perished with. Even his own brother, who drove him mad. But he wasn't done there. He actually managed to tell Nimroth to fuck off a couple of times. But he tormented his own brother. And not to mention, he also managed to burn down his house with, and nobody knows about it. Well, the news the news knew about it, but they did not know who burned it down. The last that they only heard was only Ham's wife and children. That was pretty much it. But Gangster wanted something more. So therefore, he actually zapped him and his brother back in the time zone when he died. But unfortunately, their physical forms were not as pleasant, but they were also from the time era where this Phoenix is actually becoming more evil as he went down the road, and he went on the wrong road.